the Palisades and the Eaton Fire in Altadena, et cetera, these Southern California fires, these are massive and a huge national story. So one of the things that has happened is Donald Trump has weighed in on the use of water in California, something which I think he's been misinformed about or clueless on. And so he has been stating something that has been, well, fundamentally incorrect. Tony, do you have the post? Here was his post. The United States military just entered the great state of California and, under emergency powers, in capital letters, turned on the water flowing abundantly from the Pacific Northwest and beyond. The days of putting a fake environmental argument over the people, in capital letters, are over, in capital letters. Enjoy the water, California, 3 exclamation points.
Wow.
Now, what's the truth of that, Kim?
The truth is there's no spigot in the sky. And we don't have a giant faucet that we control and turn on and off. We have a dam that we allow and can control the flow of water to the Central Valley farmers. And that may be what they're talking about, but it doesn't go to Southern California, and it had nothing to do with the wildfires.
It also has nothing to do with the Pacific Northwest. I mean, he's got this thing that there's somehow kind of a pipe flowing from the Pacific Northwest where there's abundant water. And by the way, there isn't always abundant water in the Pacific Northwest. They've had drought conditions within the last decade, substantial drought conditions as well. In any case, I mean, years of drought. So it was corrected. It was corrected, though, by the state of California. The California Department of Water Resources posted this. The military did not enter California. The federal government restarted federal water pumps after they were offline for maintenance for 3 days. State water supplies in Southern California remain plentiful.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I mean, far be it from, the Trump administration to tell the truth. It's like a total alternative fact situation. And so yesterday, the new press secretary was asked about the pumps in California.
Yes, the new press secretary. There she is. Kim, you know she's not even 30 years old. It's always exciting when a young person has ascended to a very important role within the new administration. Can you tell us anything more about her? I mean,
I can tell you some things about her.
What is her name, please,
Her
Kim?
name is Caroline Leavitt, and she's 27. She's the youngest press secretary ever.
Wow.
She wears her cross like a badge, so we could see that.
All right.
She was a Fox News intern.
Sure she was.
Surprise. She's the former spokesperson for, what's her name? Elise Stefanik. Yeah.
Oh, so, I see. So she's been a spokesperson before.
She's done this before. Yeah, there she is. She, in high school, she was starting her journalism career, and her op-eds in the school newspaper included a defense of Trump's travel ban. A critique of the news media. So
she distinguished herself early, everybody, as a defender of the travel ban.
Yeah.
Well, we wish her well. She handles the questions with typical kind of confidence and unflagging forward movement on all issues. How did she handle this question of California water? Tony, roll it, please.
Hey, Caroline, on California, could you please clarify what the military did with the water last night as referenced in the president's Truth Social post?
The water has been turned back on in California, and this comes just days after President Trump.
Why LA women?
Yeah, I guess that's the
why LA women aren't going to the gym.
That's the ad.
In Pacific Palisades, and as you all saw, applied tremendous pressure on state and local officials in Pacific Palisades, including Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, to turn on the water and to direct that water to places in the south and in the middle of the state that have been incredibly dry, which has led to the expansion, the rapid expansion of these fires.
So could you clarify what the military's role was, where the water came from, and how it got there?
Again, the Army Corps of Engineers has been on the ground in California to respond to the devastation from these wildfires. And I would point out that just days after President Trump visited the devastation from these fires, the water was turned on. That is because of the pressure campaign he put on state and local officials there who clearly lack all common sense. And I will never forget being at that roundtable with the president last week and hearing the frustration in the voices of Pacific Palisades residents who feel as though their government has just gone insane. Before President
Okay, this is now she's just riffing, but I do think that there is frustration on the part of Southern Californians in many communities, Pacific Palisades among them, and those are specific frustrations, not related though to water supply. I mean, again, we've discussed it. I'm not going to go over it again. We put out shorts on it. I set the record straight at the time as to the reasons that hydrants ran dry, et cetera, and how these wildfires are fought in a different way than from the hydrants and the pumper trucks. And in the initial 24 hours of these massive conflagrations, they were being driven by 80-mile-an-hour winds, even winds in excess of that at sea level. And there is no fighting a fire with any kind of hose. I don't care what kind of pressure is coming out of it, out of a hydrant, when you have winds of that velocity. Again, we've already covered that.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.